Welcome to this new series of kind of live broadcast. So this is kind of a bit of a test run to try out a new format, to try out some new software that we've been looking at and developing over the past few months. The idea with these kind of live events is just to kind of be a bit more personal, to get hands-on with our users and just give it that kind of personal touch. What we intend to do for these shows is just look at what we've been up to and how you guys can get involved. So it's really important to us as we move forward into the future that we get our users involved and that you guys actually get a say in what we do and kind of it becomes more important to you really. So with that in mind, this year we've been working on getting a roadmap sorted. So we've been using a roadmap for the past couple of years, but this year we wanted to publish it out to everyone to show you kind of how we determine the content that we create and how we determine what gets built based on all the fundamental aspects. So it is funded driven. The funding that we get is from our subscribers and from small donations and supporters. But mostly it's all from you guys, our subscribers. So your money goes in towards creating more resources that we can use in our music tech. So let's have a look at this. So let's have a look at the roadmap and let's show you guys how you can get involved. So here we are, Music Tech Student. So if you scroll down to the bottom of this page, this is our home page, you'll see our roadmap. And it's just basically saying, look, we're a community driven resource provider and we want your input. So if you click on the roadmap, what you'll see is every year we aim to do a certain amount based on the funding that we've collected from the previous year. So this year we've got enough funding in the pot to create 10 new courses. And it was the same last year. So if I just scroll down, before I talk to you about 2018-19, let's see what we did for 2017-18. So we had enough money to create 10 courses. Last year, we brought on some new people. We brought on Scott Robinson and Lewis Saunders. Plus, we've also got Sam Stubbing and we've also got Malcolm Escott on board, as well as myself. And we really want to expand our team to include more teachers, to get more people involved and to get that input. It was very much our feeling that as a provider, we need more than one personal view. Okay, so between us we've got lots of expertise, but you can never have enough. So this is what our mission was. We had enough money to put together 10 courses. We had 2 specifications to run. So we had the new 2017 specification and the old 08 specification. So we wanted to make sure anyone taking their A2 and anyone taking their AS were properly supported. So we went about creating the same courses that we've done every year for the past 6 years or so, which were the Task 1A, which was for the retake, and the Task 3As, which were for the A2s. Plus we did the retake, Task 1C, and then we did the 3C brief. So this was all well and good, and that was our mission. We didn't want to leave those people out in the cold, so we just carried on regardless. But then we also needed to build up the new resources for the new specification, which we're kind of trying to take in a different way. So we knew we needed some more practice papers based on the new Component 3 and the Component 4. So we managed to put together some practice papers, and as soon as they were published, we had lots of feedback saying, look, we need to include these, we need to include the area of assessment 3 and 4 in the mark scheme. So straight away we started updating them, and we're currently already on version 2, and we're getting those areas of study or those areas of assessment put in. It was something that we overlooked, but it's nice because we've got the feedback from the community saying, look Ken, you need to improve this, you need to put that in, and we're more than happy to have that, and that's great. So we created a recording course for the Component 1 AS, and we created a technology-based composition course for the AS as well. So those were kind of what we aimed to do, as well as the lead sheets and the templates. However, during the year we managed to get more funding, and so as well as put aside enough money for the next year's courses that we want to put together, we also managed a stretch goal, which was a further 10 courses. So we managed to put together a Synthesis 101, which was based on the ES2, not the ES1, it was based on the ES2, which is a fantastic synthesizer in Logic Pro, which is quite complex, and a lot of my own students don't use it to the maximum of its capacity. Now, when Scott Robinson joined us, he comes straight from the Apple training suite. So he's a professional Apple Logic Pro specialist. He does this day in and day out and trains people to do this. So straight away we wanted to use what he knew to kind of make sure our students get deeper into this software. So each course had that in mind. So we wanted to take them from the basics and then take them to stuff that I'd never done with my students before. But having Scott on board meant that we can do this, and he's been absolutely fantastic and so motivated. So the first course that he did for us was his ES2 course, which if you haven't checked it out, you really should. It's fantastic. And then he's put together this ES22 course, which is, once again, it's a bit of a dated sampler, but it basically houses all of the fundamentals of sampling, which is great. From there, and this was all a bit of a surprise to us. We didn't know that we'd get this much funding, but we had so much support last year for these courses that it was really necessary that we could take this forward. So, we started looking at the areas of study 1, 2, and 3, and saying, look, we need to fill this gap, we need to fill this gap. We always knew that we'd never do it in 1 year. It was impossible. And to be fair, by the end of this year, which we're currently in 2018, in June, it's unlikely that by the end of this academic year, by the end of 2019 June, that we'll still be finished. We'll be in a better place, and we've got enough money and funds put aside for another 10 courses. So we're going to be in a much better place. But there is so much content that I want to give to the teachers and give to the students. So if you look through this roadmap, you'll see what we've given. You see what we're kind of producing, and you can check out all of these courses. They're all there. Which it was a fantastic year for us. A tough year, but it was fantastic. Which brings me on to this year's roadmap and what we plan to do. So straight away we put together enough funding to get some lesson plans. It's something that's been so highly requested, and it's been on our to-do list for actually about 3 years. So sad to say. So we've put together enough funding to actually put together probably about 20 to 30 lessons. So how we structure our projects is in tens. So that's 3 projects. Unfortunately, we haven't got anyone to deliver this. So if you are interested, if you're one of these people watching this and you're a teacher of music technology and think, well, I've already got a load of lesson plans, I've already got a load of presentations, and it'd be great to earn some money, get in contact. If you go to the bottom of every single page, you'll notice we've got this, are you interested in working with us? Join the team. And, we're hiring. We need one more person to kind of fill that goal. And if you want to be that person, get in touch. Follow the instructions on the page. So just follow the instructions. If you've got any questions, send me an email and we'll look into it and we'll see what we can do. And we're quite flexible. So the next thing is, these are the courses that have already been built. So we've got a modulation, we've got EQ, and we're partially prepared this one here. The funding is there. So as soon as Scott's ready, it'll be passed to him to do this one. Then after that, we're going to put together Recording 101, Mixing 101, and Mastering 101. And the other 3 courses are really kind of, if you want them to be built, let us know. If you want something else to be built, let us know. It's very, very likely that we will have another stretch goal this year. It's very likely that we will get enough funding to do at least another 5 courses on top of what we aim to do. So if you think, look, we need to have this, get in touch, send us an email. We'll add your vote, we'll add your course. More than happy to do that. So that's where we're at. I'm going to leave it here. So let's go back to the mugshot screen. So I'm Ken Cameron. I'm a lead support here at Music Tech Student, and always willing to try and do my best to help you guys and make sure that we can make this the best environment it can possibly be. So I hope you like that. If you like the format, let us know. Give us a thumbs up if you like. And I'll speak to you soon.